Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And there's a little something more in the air than a gentle breeze off the Black Warrior. It's the opening of another Crimson Tide football season under the lights in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Gamecocks ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll call for the fair catch here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll run the option. At the 35, he's open. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time, and he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. A designed run for the quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights, and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. And oftentimes, you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy, probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Fires downfield. He makes a catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Caught over the middle. It's Haynes. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, You know, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Alabama.
Final play of the quarter coming. The give and the run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
On the play. It's a turnover on down.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll try the right side. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter.
And after one, we're tied 0-0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He's got his man. Turns it on in midfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job of reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Now they'll run it on the toss. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Handoff to the lone back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. That's reeled in. It's Bennett. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And the Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. Step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't good.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 39, set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Grab near the marker. It's Williams. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback will audible. Trying to turn the corner on the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A third down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback. And the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Fair catch is made, but there is laundry on the deck, so we might be having a do-over. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They'll throw it on first down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Line getting set on second down. To the air, it's Milroe. Right on target this time. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's going to take off. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
Well, the unique thing about this defense with their nickel personnel is they're able to disguise what they're doing. They can play a lot of different coverages. They can play man, zone, but they can also bring the nickel player in the box and still be pretty good against the run. That time, pretty good job defending the QB scramble. Let's see what they do here on fourth.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And the incomplete pass turns the ball over on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Harbor. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Feeling some heat. Finds space on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Jacobs. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. A short kick, but that angle from the right can be a little tricky. Oh, he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after you miss, guys. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The South Carolina offense is back on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, man. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Sanders. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. The Gamecocks are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Looking to scramble. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Got it in the middle, it's Brown. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back, everybody has eyes on the quarterback. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it has gone final in that enormous top 5 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Oregon was anything but dominant today, but the Ducks are going to leave Autzen Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, although nothing compares to a top 5 duel. A revealing outcome with massive implications, man.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. At the 45 on his way. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Now the pitch. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
Get set, get set.
Discards a man. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Makes his connection. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, South Carolina 14, Alabama 0.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking for space. It's Haynes. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Calls his own number. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
The back goes in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Miller. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
And after getting that completion, they've now set up 4th and goal. This is a play they need to make. It's the 4th quarter. They're down a couple of possessions. You have to come up with a touchdown here. You need to dial up your best play possible.
A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. He caught it. Makes the grab, but there's not enough room. The defense was ready. They kept their leverage, and they come up with a 4th down stop.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
Hard running there. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense getting a boost from this crowd on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Sellers. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Offense couldn't get anything going in rhythm there. They're just trying to give themselves some space. Couldn't come up with a completion on 3rd down. Looks like they're going to be punting.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, going up top. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Throws to the wideout. Holds it in.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. After the big 1st down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. He'll pull it down. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to. They had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, and get out of here with a W.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He is looking to throw. Getting some heat. The short hands, it's Brown. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. The give as they work on that clock. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Looking left. It's caught downfield. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. We definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.